Alright, what's up, y'all? This is going to be a completely different video than the ones I usually do. I usually make videos, or I just post videos with my friends where it's just like funny moments and fails from when we're playing video games together. But for the longest time, I really wanted to do a story time video just because one of my friends, or two of my friends actually, told me that I should try it out. And I've always wanted to do it because I've watched a YouTuber named Luna since I was in high school, and I still watch him till this day. I, like, literally... he's the one who kind of inspired me to do this. I've always wanted to try it. I don't know how many times I'm going to do one of these just because I don't have that many stories, or definitely not as many as he has. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So the story of today was the time that I got scammed out of a $20 vape when I was a freshman in high school. So back when I was a freshman in high school, I became friends with this kid, and we'll just call him John. All right. I'm not gonna really like use people's names unless they're my friends, but yeah, we're gonna call him John. So one day when we got out of school, I was walking with this kid. Mind you, I had already passed my house. I don't know why I kept walking with him, like he was walking home. And we started walking by this park, and he pulls out this little like thing, which I didn't know what it was at the time. I was like 14. I was very innocent, you know. But he pulled this thing out and he hits it. He just takes a rip out of it. And it looks kind of like what a wax pen looks like, because there used to be vapes like this before. I can't like find these anymore, but that's like some of the ones that I used to see. And he took like a hit of it, and I was like, whoa, you smoke, dude? And he just started me. He was like, it's not smoke, it's vapor. And I know about smoke because my dad smokes cigarettes like every day. He's like a chronic smoker pretty much. And I was so confused. Like, I was like, what do you mean vapor? And he tells me, he's like, yeah, you just put like juice in it and it tastes hella good. And he's like, you want to try it? And at this point, I was like really scared, because I was like, all I know is like cigarette smoke, and I just don't know how I'm going to react to it. So I said no. But there was like something about it that like really appealed to me for some reason. Like, I don't know, maybe I thought it was cool. I seen my dad smoke literally my entire life. So I was like, I low-key want to check this out. But I didn't hit it with him. After that, I ended up going home and I went on YouTube and stuff like that. And I started searching up vaping. And that's when I came across like a whole ton of videos that I was like, whoa, this is like a whole big thing. And so I decided to hit him up. And I hit him up actually on Kick. So this was back in 2014 when Kick was still around and alive. And I hit him up and I told him like, hey, do you think you'd be able to get me a vape? And he hit me back. He said, yeah, I can get you a vape for sure. And he's like, but it's gonna cost. I was like, okay, how much? He's like, $20. I was like, oh, for sure, $20, like easy. So I ended up going to my dad and I was like, hey, you think you can give me like a 20? He gave me a $20 bill, and then when I saw him in school the next day, I gave him the 20, and I thought everything was cool. I was like, at this point, I just wait to, you know, just to receive my vape. Let's see whenever he gets it. So then, fast forward to like a bit of time later, he ends up putting me in a Kick group chat with this other guy. We'll just call him Danny. Okay, I knew about this guy because I had seen him in school. I had never talked to him. I knew people who knew him and stuff. But I was like, I'm not, you know, I don't know this guy. But he put me in a Kick group chat with him. And immediately, like, John, he texts in the chat. And he says, hey, I got some bad news for you. The $20 isn't going to be enough. We're going to need another 20. And at this point, I'm like, what? Why does he need another $20? So I'm confused, right? Because I'm like, what do you mean you need another $20? He's like, yeah, we're just going to need another 20, dude. And I was like, I don't have another 20 to give. Like, that's all the money that I had. And he goes, well, and this is where like my innocence really like showed in me, because he ended up like threatening me. Honestly, it was more of a joke. Looking back on it now, obviously it was clearly a joke, but he pretty much told me that if I didn't give him another $20, he was going to send somebody to my house to shoot up my whole family. This was crazy hearing at 14 years old, because like I said, I wasn't used to any of this type of shit. So I was like, damn. And it low-key scared me, I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't want any problems, so I was just like, you know what, bro, fuck it. You can keep the $20. I don't even want the vape anymore. And that was that. After that, I left the group chat, and I never got my vape from him, which is crazy. The craziest part, that I still remained friends with him after all that shit, after the whole threat or whatever, which was clearly fake. He was just trying to scare me. But after that, for some reason, I still remained friends with him. I'm not friends with him anymore. Like, it was only like during, I want to say maybe freshman and sophomore year. After that, I wasn't really friends with him anymore for no particular reason. We just kind of drifted apart and stuff. But yeah, that whole thing happened. But after that, after he like threatened me on Kick with his homie, for some reason he needed his homie to do it too, I ended up going on like Amazon, and I found like these hookah pens, right? It's like these disposable hookah pens. Mind you, they don't do this anymore on Amazon. And I was like, what the hell? So I ended up ordering with my mom's card, and I had these little hookah pens, and it was the first time I guess I vaped, and I thought they were so fire. And then I ended up ordering a vape pen just exactly like the one he sold me on eBay. I'll tell you, back then it was a little bit different. Now they're a lot stricter with stuff like that. They don't sell that stuff on eBay and things like that. But I ordered it on eBay, and it was like $10. So I already overpaid him for a vape that I never got, and then he wanted another 20 for it, which is like mind blowing to me. So yeah, and I ended up getting my $10 vape. I ended up buying like juices and shit with my mom's card, and I was like 14. Didn't tell her what the hell it was, and I just did my thing. But honestly, I'm glad that I'm not friends with that kid anymore. I mean, shit, I don't know, maybe he's a different person now, but that's pretty much how it happened. It was just kind of crazy. And like, honestly, if I heard that shit now, I wouldn't care. But as a 14-year-old kid being so innocent, like, I didn't even know what vaping was. It genuinely like scared me when my whole family got threatened. And I actually thought about it. I was like, if I don't give him these $20, I might be the reason my whole family's gone. But yeah, that's the end of the story. I wanted to start off with like a little simple one. I actually like digged deep for this one. I was like, damn, that one's low-key kind of funny, kind of like stupid and funny, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm gonna try to do more of these if I feel up to it. But yeah, hope you guys like and subscribe.